Hello, today I want to do a little video on the difference between the pin distance of the older K5As, the newer K5As, and the K5SS. So a lot of people online don't understand or believe when I was talking about this, so I wanted to show the difference so that people who also got an older K5A didn't have the same issues I did. Maybe if they find this video and find it useful. So this is off of the mixer I just recently purchased for pretty cheap. It's in pretty rough shape, so I'm reconditioning it. This is from a K5A. I'm 90% sure because it didn't have any model number or serial number information, and I'm pretty sure it's from either the 40s or early 50s, because the research I've done says that the ones with no information on the band are the earlier K5As, and this one has no information. There was no serial number on the bottom, no model number anywhere, but it looks like a K5A, and the K5A attachment seems to fit. However, the bowl that it came with does not fit. You can try to force a little bit, but it doesn't fit well. So I have a feeling that this is not the original bowl, that the person I got it from, it was for their grandmother's, that the grandmother at some point got a new bowl and just kind of worked with it, but I'd like it to fit well, so I got this one. So this is off of a K5SS, and it fits this bowl. The difference between these is the K5As originally had a pin distance of 8 13/16. At some point in time, they changed it to the 9 inches, which is what this bowl is and what this lift is. But the older ones had that 8 13/16. So this is off of a K5SS, which is the direct replacement for the K5A, and the only difference is that these had a solid state motor, hence the SS. So this one is completely identical to this one except for that pin distance. So a couple people didn't believe me when I was talking about it, especially when I was trying to buy a bowl, and it apparently is impossible to try to find a bowl with this pin distance. So I'm going to replace on the mixer I have with this one so that it can fit these modern bowls. These are the ones from the K5SS you can find are the 9 inches. So if you measure the distance from this hole to this hole, it's 9 inches across. It's difficult to measure, but what I did is I put dowel rods or pencils or straws, whatever you want. You can put those in there and then measure across, and it's from center to center. So this is 9 inches. So let me show you how this fits into the 9-inch one. So if you put this in the hole here, I gotta move this just slightly so you can see that. If you put this in the hole here and then bring it around, you can put this one in this hole here. It fits right in. Boom, no problems whatsoever. That's fitting nice and well. This is a 9-inch bowl. This is a 9-inch pin distance. So now if I take the same part but off of the older model and now try to put this bowl on here, so I'm going to put this on here, back here, and then try to bring this over here, we can now see that it doesn't fit well. You can kind of force it in, but let's see if I get this right there. But you see that it's not perfectly hitting there, and so when it's on the mixer, it's a pain in the butt, because again, this is 8 13/16, almost 9 inches. This is 9 inches. So let's compare these directly here. So if we put this pin directly on top of here, so this is centered perfectly there, and then bring this up here. Oops, this is going to be a little tricky. So let me do this. Okay, so if we put this pin centered exactly here, so I've got it centered over here. It's hard to tell, but because I can't really let it go. But if we bring this up here So now we see that this does not line up well. It's not the same. It's very close, it's not the same. So the only real major difference between the two, other than that, is that this one has, you slide the locking mechanism in this way, so it locks into the base bar, the base unit, so that slides in there, so it only lifts so far. So I'm gonna repaint it so it's all painted. So that slides in there. On the K5S, it attaches on the back. So it's the same principle. This looks cleaner, I guess. That's the only real difference. So if we put these together, they look identical. If you take the base, this slides on just fine. I think that's technically upside down, doesn't matter. And if we take this, slides on, I just gotta, there, slides on just fine, no problem. So I'm gonna put this armature on this old one so that I can use this bull and not have the same problems I was having before I took it apart. And then again, just to show you, let's do a measurement here. So if we go center pin out here, so it's hard to measure because I can't get the other side. That is 9 inches. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. And then if we go to this one, center pin to center pin, it is less than 9 inches, and that's 13/16 if you measure it exact, which is hard to do with just this rudimentary system. So there you go. I hope someone finds that useful in the future. It caused me some grief when I was first researching, but I found a great little post. The only post that mentioned it at all, and I can't remember where I found it at now. And then I went down, looked at it, yeah, sure enough, these were not the same size. So I'm like, oh, that's why they're not going out well. Because at first I thought maybe this was bent or this was bent, and no, it's just the older ones have a different size than this. So there you go. Hopefully you find that useful, and thanks for watching.